Hello folks and welcome back to the Syntho YouTube channel. Today we are doing a track from scratch in the style of Rominimal, which is the Romanian inspired minimal genre, which now is worldwide, made famous by the old sunwaves and many of the great artists coming from that country. This is a three-part series which is inside the Syntho members area. I'm sharing with you part one, and you can find the rest inside the Syntho app, which is available on both mobile and web. You can get access to hundreds of world-class tutorials from me and other producers. So if you want to sign up, link will be attached to this video. But in the meantime, I will show you my take on Rominimal and let me know what you think, any suggestions, and always like, comment, subscribe.
Today we're going to look at how we can create some minimal style drums, aka Rominimal to some. And what I've got is a Arpeggiator track dragged into Ableton. If you don't know by now, nearly every time I create a track, I always drag in a reference track just so I've got something to go off. I think this is really important to keep a direction and avoiding the common thing that people like to blame a lack of production on, which is writer's block. So I find if I drag something in to keep going back to, aka, well, referencing is the word, then I never really get stuck and it can just help me move a bit quicker. So yeah, drag it into here, find out what BPM it is, 126. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go back and forth between this track and then some techniques I've used in the past and some techniques I know people use to create a Rominimal / minimal / this kind of vibe track. So first thing I'm going to do is zoom into the track. And guys, just to reiterate something, sometimes people go like, oh, isn't it cheating, or doesn't it sound, will it not sound too similar? If you can get your version of a reference track to sound that similar to the track, so it means it's copying, like it sounds like it's actually that track, then you're doing a good job. It's not that easy to actually get your track to sound like that. So I'm just going to drag this marker there so it's exactly on the beat, and I'm going to quick loop there and press play. I really like Arpeggiators out of like all the guys that make this minimal music. It's still quite driving. And what I like is the kick drums as well, usually quite solid. So I'll have a kick drum like that in my kick template. So I'll just go. Let's just pick one. You can maybe do this one. It's quite short, his kick drum, so I pitch it down. Try some of this. Search between the two. I think that one's better. Cool. So the next thing is the clap, which is kind of a really important part of minimal, is getting that clap right. And for quite a while, it took me, I couldn't really quite nail the claps when I was mixing someone else's track down in this style. And what I figured, I think it was it's a 707 clap a lot of them use. So by Roland, so if you put a 707 in the clap, and we can click group there, and hit this macro button here, we can then drag things to layer. Let me just do that again to show you a bit slower. So we go on our clap channel, drag the 707 clap down. Then if you right click here and click group, you can then hit this middle button here. And then what we can do is we could like drag in all the claps and layer it. It's really cool because what you can do is go like, so say we turn this off and go. Now turn this on. You can just turn it down a bit. Turn it off. On. We could delete this one. What's really cool is you can just drag in a sample there and it'll play them at the same time. So we could put that in. Well, that one doesn't sound great, but it's a really good way just to here is again. And maybe just go for like a 909 clap blade with that. Something like that. So I'm sure turn the kick down a tiny bit. So just get this kick in the clap. It's just going kick, clap, kick. Just kick, clap, kick, clap. So simple. Then we'll just put VQ on this. A lot of minimal claps tend to have like quite a thin, some of them. Like the real Rominimal stuff, which I'm not a fan, like, I don't really like that vibe, but because you can hear when you let more low end through on the clap, it's taking up much more room in the track. With a lot of the minimal stuff, they can just sit on top. So I'd maybe go like there. Maybe pitch this down. Pitch this one up. So we'll go with this one. It's not exact, but this is the kind of vibe you want. You want to go for a 707 and then lay it with something else. Arapu's productions are really impressive in terms of like the sonic quality of everything. Maybe a tiny bit of track delay as well. So the D at the bottom here, hit the D, bit of track delay. And maybe let's pull this down as well. So a bit of reverb with A. And then here is the thing which is a lot in minimal tracks. You put a delay on your clap. So go on simple delay, but Ableton. Actually, simple delay isn't even on Ableton anymore. Just use delay. Right? So watch carefully here. If you've got your notepad out, it's probably worth writing down what I'm about to do. So delay. Then hit sync and turn sync off. Right? Then hit that as well. And go back to the thing. So time. So watch what happens when I press play now. Let me just do this again so you can, in case you didn't see it. So go to delay. Unlink them. Then turn the sync off so it goes to time. So time basically means this is milliseconds. That's how long the delay is going to be. So the shorter the time, the shorter the delay is going to be. So if I play it with that. Like a lot of these minimal tracks really mess around these delays. You can hear the extra depth it creates in the track by just having this this time instead of sync. Because if I show you what happens when you put it on sync, and it's just the like the notes. Yeah, it's a different vibe where it's on time. See, it's really cool. It just has that little ping, that's what I call it. And here's the next little tip. So if you go to Max for Live, if you've got it, Max Audio Effects, and go to LFO, you can then map this, hit map, and then watch hit feedback, and watch this. The rate's too much. So if you turn the rate down, and the depth down, then offset it to the right. Can you see the feedback here moving? Let me show you on the feedback time. It's probably a better example. Let's turn this down. Like I say in a lot of my videos, you'll figure this kind of stuff out yourself when you put it on and just have a play around. So basically what the map does, you can put map on anything. You hit map and you could put it on your sustain. Watch, see it's moving there? So just click X and map it. It's a really good way to create randomness in your tracks. So if we turn this to there, so you're getting really subtle movement. See it moving there. So we're not going to play around with that today. That's just something that I'd recommend trying out. If you just feel like your stuff's a bit stacked sometimes. And I apologise, there's no webcam on yet. I'm saving the big reveal until the studio's done. So yeah, back to this groove. You've just got a 909 hat, dead straight. I think I might have one in here. So have a look. Oh, let's just load one ourselves. Oh, should we load one? Yeah, let's just load it ourselves. Just 909 closed hat. Is it that one? So listen to how effective this groove is straight away. So here's what you can do, which is another cool thing. Just go back to delay. If you right click this feedback now, click show automation, and you can actually create an automation within this MIDI clip. So if we go back to here, sorry, and duplicate this. Yeah. Come back to this clap, right click, show automation. We can create some really cool automations in the clap, and they say you get really detailed drums. So let me show you this. If we do that, to go like that. Hear that little ping at the end? Pretty cool though. That dun. It's kind of like a rim shot kind of thing. Good rim shot. Actually, it's like maybe like a cowbell. So then go some word delay. Then maybe go for a word delay on this again. There's cowbell. Let me show you just how effects can change a sound, because if it's dry, listen to this. With a delay on. Then we could put an auto filter on it. And go for this one here, the mid sweep. We should go for about an hour 9 closed tap. I've got some better samples in that one. Bit less reverb. And what you do is just play around with the dry and the wet. We could find better perks than that as well, that sound more similar. But it's these kind of effects. We could, obviously, you can spend more time finding the actual sample, but I want to kind of show you some of the effects that you can use on the sounds. But just to give you an idea, let's go to some sample packs. To find these samples, just go in kind of like, for example, I've got a Steve Lawler pack here. Just go into like sound and effects and then drum hits. You always want to go to percussion. But see, some of these sound pretty cool. So if I show you another technique, is to try and build up some sounds like this. Kind of going on a tangent here. But like these clicks will sound really cool. See, that one would have sounded cool in there, I think. It's this number 7. And this Erosion, go to audio effects, and go to Erosion, and try this snores. Kind of a secret tool, which I've just told everyone. But then we could put the LFO on max for live. If you just press max for live LFO there, then you could, oops, then we could map that to that. You see how it's a really simple groove. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 elements on the go, but we've got really good movement, which is important, I think, for this kind of like minimal sound. So I'm just going to put a little shuffle in here as well. Then if we put some, in this drum rack I've created, Let's call this rack. I'd always recommend trying to get like a few sounds together that you like the sound of. Because even if forget the reference track here, you could go like. And then here's a cool one. If you move see the length of your loop here says 1, grab the end of it and put it here. Or put it like there. And you can just create some really weird rhythms. And what's really important as well is try things with like low velocities. So you can drag your thing up here and pull this red down like. Let's get rid of that sound. I really like this actually. And then focus on call and response. So call and response is the second half of a loop always responding to the first. So if we duplicate this, we can create some more sounds this side. So then you put like another one there. Then we duplicate it again and have like a triple here. So he's got the dun dun. That dun dun. So the texture there, we've got kind of like a nice bass groove now. As in terms of like the basis of a track, not actual bass. I'm gonna go to my old friend Omnisphere here, just get some texture in here, just so we can really get more of like a feel for it. And these kind of guys will use a lot of modular stuff. So it's really good to try and use these ARP and BPMs. So no matter what VST you're using, if you use ARP and BPM, you can find some cool stuff. So if we go to type, let's maybe try, let's go for textures. I've got no keyboard plugged in at the moment, so I'm gonna have to draw the note in, like, draw notes in and just preset for like a sec. If I go over 4, I'll drag this note over 4 because with ARP stuff, it's gonna play like sequence itself. That's pretty cool. Put a filter on it. So we call this like ARP texture. Then we could put a bit of kickstart on it just so it moves. Sounded really cool, that. So the ARP texture is kind of like playing the same role as the other sound in Arpeggiator, which is driving it. But I like to do this, so I'd probably duplicate that, freeze this track, get it as audio, and then maybe try and do something mad to it. So I'd maybe go to Primal Tap by Sound Toys and see if you can do something crazy. Let's try modulation. I'm gonna do a tutorial on Primal Tap. EQ both sounds, just there's not too much low end in there. But can you see if I go back to this main bit of the track, the kick, clap and the hats? You see how just that subtle automation on the clap is adding loads. And the rest is just kind of painting around it. I'm going to put some like weird vox in. I'm just going to kind of get creative.
Cut the mid-range, drop the bass.
Yeah, let's do some of this and let me just show you some how we could use this to create some weird stuff. So we've got this bass thing. I'm going to use Alex Kid Sequencer, cute little sequencer, and go pitch 12, 24. So watch, let's use Alex Kid Sequencer and put like the gate to 7. If you don't understand this sequence, Alex has done a great video inside Syntho, so just go and watch that. Go to 7 maybe. See, getting creative with delays and stuff like that is so important, man. Or lady, whoever's watching this, but you get my point. Sorry, I've just clicked off the screen twice there. But see, we could even mangle that whole vocal so it turns into like not even a vocal. We give a super simple bass line as well. There's so many different ways to take it now. Now that bass of the track's starting to get there. Oh, I've got no keyboard to find any sound. This is really annoying. So, try this. Let's get Alex Kid Sequencer on. Working C, aren't we? So C minor. Go up pitch 12. Then just go in here and turn the delay off. Go for a second. I really like that actual grooves. I like this kind of like. So what you can do is, I like them first 2 notes, so I'm going to create a MIDI track and record them in. these first notes are like. Let's delete that. Turn this off. The sound's probably not right, but this isn't even about the bass line, this video. Let's just have a little flick. Duplicate loop. Let's go for get in there. It's like a boom, 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 boom. Let me try a different sound. I think it needs to be an octave down these. Maybe I'll just freestyle something myself. That was kind of, actually, I'll keep it, but. Bass ain't working too much. We'll sack that off. So filling in some gaps in the drums, just to add a bit more to this. I want to show you how we can chop up some loops and add some cool little grooves. So I might even just sack that. We had this vocal, don't forget, as well. Something not a lot of people do actually is get creative with vocals. It can be really effective actually, and you can just do weird stuff like that. Like, you know, Ricardo, hands up, hands up, hands up. If you don't know that tune, link in the bio, link in the comments. Sorry. So say we've got a cool groove going here. I'm actually gonna delete all three of these so we don't get distracted, because that wasn't about this isn't about bass, this video. Create an audio track, yeah. Come into this view, and what you can do is loop 1 to 9, press the loop markers, and you see how it's going to play in a loop. So what I want to do here is go on like percussion loops. Just type in loop. Any loop you've got, guys. Go into any sample pack. Even something like that. It's kind of cool when you get something that doesn't sound like it would work in the style track, because you can zoom in and do this, and say you find some like little, especially in these in minimal, say we find some like a noise, we could chop a bit up like this. kind of this weird noise like that. See, that might sound insignificant right now. Let's just loop this. So if we zoom in, what we can do is drag that so it starts there maybe. Hear that little... Then let's put like some weird delays on it. Let's try Crystallize by Sound Toys. Drums. That's cool. Can't even hear it now. Oh. So that kind of noise, it's like, what even is that? And people will be like, Jesus. You could transpose it up 12. Put some more delay on it. And it's all about the depth. I think for some people, I wouldn't worry too much about this little stuff. But for the others that I kind of feel like they're making some cool grooves, but they're lacking that depth and more intelligent stuff, you kind of need to go this extra step and start putting noise like this in. So what you could do is now is press right click, consolidate this. And then we can put it back into the other view. We're going to do some more with this audio as well now, guys. So if we drag this audio into here, we can put it back in there. And then press loop. And audio can hear now. If we look at the screen now, here, 1.23, that's like the call. And I want to put response this side, but with something a bit more like rhythmic. So if we go on loop again, even like hats, you could have like a little hat loop maybe towards here. See, that's cool. Cut that out there. Have it again there. And maybe just delete that. So watch this. See how that just slots right in now? Underneath the clap. I can hear you all nodding your head as well. Got that booty shaker vibe on it now. I'm gonna go again. Oh, some naughty stuff there. Maybe put a little reverse thing in there. See how it sounds like. Oh. It's something not a lot of people do. Is to use audio with MIDI. People kind of think, oh, using this is cheating. It's definitely not. It's kind of like, it's more creative in my opinion. You see how they're working together now? Now I've got a really killer groove together. And this is starting to sound pretty mean. But what we'll do today is I'll make sure I save this and we can work on the synth section in a separate video. Make a kind of a little series out of it, guys. So that call and response now between the two sides is what we want going in the track. So this is kind of only just a short little call and response. But I'm going to consolidate that there. Consolidate that there. You can press Command J as a shortcut, by the way. And then same again. So what you need to do is then drag it into this view. And then press loop. And then drag this into there. But it's killer. This track is killer. Hey, now that groove is just hypnotic. But yeah, chopping up loops, that's something that I really want everyone to start doing. It's going to help you a lot. And yeah, it's a quicker way to do it. So another thing I'm going to show you is using like actual sounds from synths, like a percussion sound. Most synths will have some kind of like drum hits in them, because you can often get these kind of like kick drums which sound kind of weird and do some mad stuff to them. So if you type in kick, you see like FM kick here, electro drums. Like I said, I've not got my keyboard plugged in, so yeah, these kind of like. You see how it's creating like an extra layer to the clap? So like something like that might be cool to use. Kind of sounds Ricardo-ish, that. Put like an EQ on it. What's really good about these synth style drums inside synths, let's call this offbeat kick. They're going to be in key, so you could, when you hear these mad like modular sequences, a lot of the time it might be things that are just a drum hit from something, but with a sequencer into it. So if we go to, where were we again? Kick. So let me show you this. So if we go to back to cute little sequencer, for Alex Kidd. So we're in C minor, yeah, what we're working in. I think we are anyway. If we put this in 7, for that rhythm. Yeah, we've not got long left in this video, but the ones that have watched it this far, this is going to be a little money shot for you. And that's how you start getting these crazy rhythms that the rookies aren't getting, guys. And we're not going to be the rookies, we're going to be the top boys. So then what I'd do is I'd create a MIDI track. I'd make sure we record this MIDI in from Omnisphere. Sounds unreal, that. That could be our baseline, you know. I want it to play to 32 bars, and we've really got something to play with then. This could be our like our proper groovy bass. There we go. So put that in there, turn this off. Then watch, we could do something like a really outrageous bass operator. Put all these down. Turn the MIDI off. So we could put all these, let's mute all them. it's cool because we could then use this as like the base of the bass line. We're going to save the bass like I mentioned. But I think that is a good point to round it up, because we can use this little like modular groove. You see how this is just slotting really well between these two arp things? Yeah. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. We will make this little series, and what we'll start doing with the series is I will always drop this video below the next video, below this one on the same tab inside Syntho, so we can keep it neat. But yeah, any questions, let me know. And yeah, thank you as always.
So hopefully you enjoyed that. You will find a lot more content on the Syntho app. You can go on desktop or mobile. There's also a lot more content on the Syntho YouTube channel anyway. Don't forget to check out my personal YouTube channel. And all in all, just share some positive vibes, and I hope you found that useful.